Hey, it's Jay, and welcome back. Not Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. Between sessions, I decided to do a little bit of amiibo farming, and as you can see, I managed to get quite a few paraglider fragments. I got the Goron Champion, the Bokoblin, the Goddess, the Princess Zelda, and the Gerudo King fabrics. The Goddess fabric actually only took me 2 tries, and I think the Zelda took me like 3 or 4. So we managed to get these ones very quickly. For those of you that are keeping track, you may have noticed. Well, first off, Key Adams does scroll down, and so that's good. But second off, there is one paraglider fabric we are missing, and that was actually the first one that I tried to grind. And that's because from Champion Urbosa, I actually ended up getting the Vonaboris Divine Helm, which assuming that what I read back in Breath of the Wild is correct, there should be another Naboris helm somewhere on the map, presumably in the underground, in the depths. And so I would rather get that one and then just sell one of like the second copies of the helm. Because I feel like opening that chest would basically count for 100% anyway. And so we're going to try and get the other helm legit, assuming that it is there. If it's not there, I might grind out the other characters for their helms, but I don't think that's going to be for a while, at least. So now we're not going to go for very long today, but I did want to do a little bit more side questing and sort of side quest adjacent activities. And for that, I think first off, I kind of want to go see a Great Fairy, because we have a few more pieces of armor now, so I want to check out a Great Fairy and get some upgrades, if at all possible. There's actually quite a few things that I meant to talk about last stream, but I completely forgot because I got so invested with the sort of side quests that we were doing that I forgot to mention them. I got them all written down here, and so hopefully I can get to all of them and not get too distracted. First thing that kind of occurred to me is so thanks to having not exactly 4 days off in a row, but basically 4 days off in a row to play Legend of Zelda, I ended up sort of getting back in the Zelda mood, kind of obsessing over the franchise a little bit more, including notably I've been listening to that the man on the internet's lyrical songs for the champion themes from Breath of the Wild. And while I was watching the video and rewatching the little bits of the cutscenes that were in Breath of the Wild that were included in that video, I came to the realization that the spirits of the champions, and probably the King of Hyrule too, the spirits of the champions have a bunch of blue floating orbs around them that look a lot like the pose in this game. I'm sure they, thanks to spirit magic, there is some sort of intentional, similarities there. I just don't know exactly what that mean, because the implication I was getting from the pose was that each Poe was a lost soul. I wouldn't make much sense for the champions to have multiple souls, but maybe the Poes are pieces of souls, and we're putting them together. I don't know. Okay, so this is what I want to check. I want to see what you use to upgrade this one. Topaz and Zonite. Okay. Because in the original, you had to use Guardian parts to upgrade the Divine Helms. And so I was curious how they could possibly handle that for this game. Okay, I think while we're here, we should probably go ahead and upgrade. Oh, we can't afford everything for it. We'll get one upgrade on our Zora armor. Oh, that's right. It costs rupees now, too. I need to keep an eye on that. A resourceful hero like you surely wants to unlock even greater potential, yes? Some sets, if you enhance each part of the set twice to get a special bonus and you wear them. Not every set, mind you. Okay. I think the first bit was new dialogue. Sticky Lizard, you know Moa as well. What else we're going to use our lizards for? I'm actually surprised we have so few Zalphos horns, but I think the big reason for that. Oh, we can upgrade you again. Should we? You're Moblin horns. We don't have many of them though. Sure, we're gonna have to do it eventually. Might as well, because we're not using the Moblin horns right now. What was I saying? Oh yeah, it's interesting that we don't have many of the Zalphos horns, and I think that's just because I've just kind of come to the realization now, we haven't fought a lot of Lizalfos. I think that's probably because I rushed through the path to Zoro's domain a little bit this time. There's probably more opportunities to fight Lizalfos there. But still, definitely interesting that we just haven't encountered them that much. Because they were a very common enemy in the original Breath of the Wild. And I found it weird, like, the implication that we've encountered more Horriblins than Lizalfos. Then again, a lot of the Lizalfos encounters that I can think of, that I know that we've had so far here in in Tears of the Kingdom, were blue Lizalfos, and so we just haven't been encountering the basic green ones very often. Okay, so we got our stuff upgraded a little bit, so that's good. Goodbye. Probably should have checked what I needed to upgrade the other sets, though. I'm going to put this one on because the next thing that I want to do, actually, I might as well put you on too. The next thing that I would like to do is I would like to head up here. Because I said side questing, but maybe side questing is not quite the right word for what we're going to do now, because we haven't actually gotten a quest for it. But I kind of want to investigate the Yiga hideout that's supposedly up here nearby the Forgotten Temple. For the last two Yiga hideouts, there was only one Yiga Blade Master and one Foot Shoulder, which is still, like, challenging, definitely, but, like, a very doable fight, quite manageable. So if the difficulty is the same for these guys, we might be able to do that. Oh, hello. The poor Great Fairy. We meet again. Did you come to see the Great Fairy? The Great Fairy? Yes, indeed. The Great Fairy Mija settled close to Snowfield Stable. Can you see it this late at night? Alas, the Great Fairy is hiding inside her flower bud. She's too frightened to come out, just like her sister at the Woodland Stable. This Great Fairy liked the timbre of Estes' horn, so I thought to calm her nerves with his soothing tootles. Estes is a young man who plays the horn for us stable trotters. But one day he split off from the troop, and no one has seen him since. There was one traveler who came from Tabantha Bridge Stable, far south of here, who heard a sound like a horn. It came from a place well past the other end of Tabantha Great Bridge, somewhere along that road. But that's far away. Oh, Estes. Or Eustace? Where could you have gone? Estes is the fucking, the flaming flasks in Dark Souls. That's not a name. Let's take out my horse. Come on, Blue. Yeah, let's go. Another thing is actually, okay, we can change the main now. I thought that would better change equipment, but I guess it makes sense to have like a separate menu for it too. I might have slightly spoiled myself for an element of this game, because not the last stream, but the stream before that. When I was writing the description for that one, I wanted to call out the boss that we fought in the Water Temple, and I had, like, in my head, I had remembered the name of that boss as being Muktarok. And so I was going to put that in the description, but, like, as I typed it out, I was like, I don't know if I spelled that correctly. I don't know if I spelled Muktarok correctly. And so I decided to Google Zelda Muktarok to see how it was spelled. And I did guess the spelling right. That was the Muktarok was the boss that I was thinking of. But the first autocomplete result that came up on Google was Zelda Muktarok Depths, which makes me wonder, is it perhaps possible? Oh, yeah, there was the cave there. Do I want to investigate the cave? I'm going to go investigate this cave because we got it marked up. Which makes me wonder if perhaps you can rematch the boss fights while in the depths. Because if you can, that would be a really cool concept. I think that would be really fun, like, having it, especially because, like, they're supposed to be summoned by the Demon King, having them be from, like, the Demon Realm, that tracks. The only thing is, like, there are some bosses, like, Golgara, and I can't remember its name, but that boss that was, like, on top of Death Mountain, where I can't really see how you would incorporate them into the depths, like, that well. Where exactly you could, like, fit them in their arenas. But we did find that whole, like, Obsidian Frank arena down there, so maybe there is more stuff like that. in the depths, spread around. I don't know. Maybe it's like just the Mukta that's got like a bonus fight down there or something like that. That could also be possible. But I feel less bad about missing Golgara's image, like getting a picture of Golgara, and I'd feel less bad about deleting the picture of the two Elven bosses, if it is true that you can like combat them again and rematch them. Again, not sure if that is the case, but that's what it seemed to be, and so I'm hoping that is the case. All right, let's try not to scare these fairies off. I could use some fairies. I don't know how many I've got. Let's try going for this one then. All right. You're flying too high. Come to the ground. Hey, listen. You can trust me. Oh well, we're fine. Bubble gem. And lots of bomb flowers. Very nice. There's lots of sticky lizards in that previous cave too, which now that I know that I need those for the speak of the devil. Now that I know that I need those for the frog set, I'm a little bit more like determined to get them. The problem is that the sticky lizards are like pretty like skittery and hard to catch. A lot of ones that I've gotten so far, I've gotten by like wasting an arrow to shoot them, which I don't really want to waste too many arrows on them. We can get a few over here. I'll try to go after them a little bit more now. But now of course now I've got the question of like, okay, so where do you get green Lizalfos since we've encountered them so little compared to the blue Lizalfos? I don't think we would have difficulty tiered like them out of the world that quickly. But it is strange that they were such a common enemy and we just haven't gotten many of them so far. Oh shit! I thought you were gonna go up, but you went around. That bastard! He juked me. All right. And while we're on this path, we should pass over the top of that chamber from the Forgotten Temple, and you can see what it looks like above. Because there was that grate that was like leading out to the sunlight. I was curious, what this looks like from the surface. I'm also curious where the Skyview Tower is for this region. There's not many like high or like hilly areas around the Great Forest sort of area. It's pretty flat generally. Or there's a Korok camp by the looks of things. Oh, I know. Is that a person? Oh, it's Picanjo again. Okay. Have my sport. That sign has seen better days. It's kind of disheveled. And I actually do like wonder like for these signs. I wonder because a lot of them have like slightly different shapes. I'm curious whether the different shapes are like a sort of like difficulty like based thing, or if like a specific encounter in a specific region will have like a specific shape of sign, because like definitely the first one we got was like the easiest, was like the easiest of them, and they've been getting like more difficult like since then. But I also don't know if like that's just like coincidence, especially given that like we're going into like more complicated areas. I don't know. I assume that would work. It sticks pretty well. Try letting go. No. I think we have to hook the top then. Just a little bit, not enough. Okay. So we're gonna slide you back in there, but then we're gonna take this bit. Come on, take you off. Put you back, and we're gonna try and slide you through the top. All right, that should work better. Try laying up. He's standing. There's been no tracker for how many of this guy there is. I'm assuming there is a limit. And I want to find all of them. And I kind of want to be like, goes back to Terrytown when you get all of them. I think that'd be funny. 20 rupees. Meaty rice balls. Sweet and spicy meat stuffed into these rice balls will keep you full for some time. A bomb flower. Okay. Now I can go other places and put more signs. With that, I'm off. Okay. Actually, I did. It's been a while since we read the tooltip. Does not expel fire or electricity unless the both blow things up. I wonder for the longest time if I hit or shot those bomb flowers, would they explode on me? Now I'm thinking, oh, maybe you have to light them on fire or shock them. Just hitting them might not be enough. This is interesting. Ah, it's you. The morning air is so refreshing, isn't it? I painted many landscapes in my life, but that tiny island floating in the distance might be the most mysterious of all. Who put that strange little island up there? So it's a fascinating shape, easy to paint too. You should go see it for yourself once the weather clears up a little. Okay, he was talking about painting that island in the sky before, but he was in a completely different spot. So that's a little weird. Okay, so the grate I've got marked off as being like here-ish. Oh. But I'm not seeing any passages. Maybe there's another cave or cavern that grate was pointing up to? Interesting. And there's a Yiga hideout. I mean, it could be down there. I see some woodwork. I'm gonna climb the mountain. There's a Yiga hideout somewhere around this region. I see the Skyview Tower now too, which is good. It might be smart to head for that. And get this region mapped. Okay. Well, I see a rock up there. If that rock's a Korok, that would be good. If not, then this was kind of a waste climbing the whole mountain. Oh, there's a shrine there too. Okay, not a Korok. Oh well. We got a Skyview Tower, we got a shrine. And there's supposed to be a Yiga clan hideout somewhere around here. And I'm not seeing it. I don't remember there being much in this area either. Although, to be fair, I think it was closer to like the actual edge of the Great Forest, though, so it's probably on the other side of this mountain range. I'm sure we'll see it if we use the sky view. Side questing. Side questing. I guess side adventuring, question mark? I think he can try. Oh, I can see a shrine in the Great Forest. Oh, wait. Might have to take a look at the map again. And see if I can get like a more specific like area for where it is. Although also maybe it'll be obvious on the Skyview map too. Yeah, because I think we might be too far north. Yeah. Oh, hello. Shining in darkness. Funny that the shrine overlooking Typhlo Ruins is pitch black. I'm pretty sure it was a blessing for the one inside of the Typhlo Ruins. Oh, it's actually kind of spooky. Reminds me of like immediately. This was reminding me of the Varudania. That was one of like, the cool things about Varudania. Like at least when you started that dungeon, was that the whole thing was dark on the inside and you had to use torches to navigate. And I was actually like a little bit disappointed when like your first puzzle was just turning the lights on. Okay, well I'm guessing the spike walls are to prevent you from going in without a light. Actually, hold on. Do I have any? I guess you. If I were to. Nah, that was a bad move. No, it doesn't stay lit. Shit. Okay. I was thinking that maybe I could use that to carry the light with me, but no. No. Maybe if I attach it to one of my Zonai devices, it would work, but I like my Zonai devices as is right now because they're my damage dealers. Yeah, but I found a key. I'm going to hug the left wall. That's the way you're supposed to solve a maze, is to hug the left wall. There is some kind of chest here. I've seen this game doesn't have trap chests. That's actually interesting. When the chest opens, it lights up its environment. Oh. I don't know if you would be able to like notice that anywhere else in the game. There's also these. Yeah, I think it's just decorative. But there's bits of the wall that stick out a little bit, which is odd, certainly. If there's an enemy in here, I'm gonna like, I'm gonna freak the shit out. Like I'm gonna forewarn you guys. I'm gonna scream like a little girl. Oh well, that's interesting. So I guess I didn't need to put it down to check previously because they light up when you get the thing out. I always forget about that. Smokey. Okay, so I'm assuming that the opal was the secret chest and that this was the intended chest. Then maybe not, but that's what I'm assuming. Some very tall stairs. I was about to say very tall stairs, but also I am both a very short man and the Zonai are very tall characters. So maybe that's actually like normal stairs for the Zonai. It's Zonai toddler stairs. Alright, another path here. This I don't think was the way I came. Oh, but this has got... Okay. Now this has secret chest energy. Oh, I think they just barely give you enough room to make it through, even if they're close together. Luminous stone, ironic. It's actually weird that like I've got like a... Well, actually, no, I don't have a clip right now. Let me actually equip it. It does glow. Sweet. That's awesome. And see, like, because it's not wet, it's down to just... Actually, let me check. Ooh, okay, the luminous stone is down too. So maybe the luminous stones also do more damage when it's wet out. That's interesting. Because I expected the Zora Sword's damage to go down because we're not in a wet area anymore. But I was not expecting that treatment. For the Talos Heart. So the weapon isn't like as good as I thought it was going to be. Still pretty nice though. I imagine if like if there's a soldier construct and a captain's construct levels 1 and 2 and 3, we found the flux constructs levels 1 and 2. There's got to be a flux construct 3 out there somewhere, right? It would be weird if there wasn't. The set would be incomplete. Do those bars just appear out of nowhere, or am I blind as a bat? Part of me wondering if we should if I should hoard my blessings of light until we've got 25 of them, and then just spend them all and get a full stamina wheel at once. That'd be a bit silly, but based on like how we've been like just zipping through them a lot recently, maybe that is possible. It's a geoglyph along the like spikes along Death Mountain. That's interesting. Oh, a black moblin with a few basic red bokoblins on top of the mountain. I dropped off a lot faster than I was expecting to there. I was expecting to glide longer. Oh well. Sure, a few of these rocks have to be coat rocks. I suppose that's a bit of a problem where it's like in the original, like a lot of the places where it's quite obvious to put coat rocks, or it's like that's a good place for a coat rock, they had a coat rock there. Which means that like for this game, which means for this game you're now in the situation where it's like, well, you can't put coat rocks in like any of the places where it was logical to have a coat rock because now people already know that there's one there. You can't do it the same thing twice. Chasm here. All right, I wonder. For a second, I thought I might have seen a shrine at the corner of the Typhlo Ruins, and I was like, it would be weird to have a tower and a shrine that close to each other. But no, I think that was just the trees letting it funky. Typhlo. The other thing is, now there's a giant tower with huge beams of light jutting out of it, and like half of the trees seem to be cut down. Are the Typhlo Ruins still going to be dark? Because they were dark from the outside originally. Yeah, now they're lit up now. That's really fucking weird. There's a lot of bits in this game where it's like where it feels surreal, This feels weird. It also makes the ruins feel a lot, like at least so far, a lot smaller than I remember. Was there that much forest of like outside of the actual building area? Really? I mean, the view from the Skyview Tower is going to be great at this, by the way. Oh, no, it does jet out a decent bit this direction. It goes all the way to the edge over here. Free frogs. Of course, there are also bits of the Typhlo Ruins that were like entirely off of the beaten path. And I think there was like a chest for like a fire rod or something. Is what you got by like going out that far. And that was like it. This is very, very, very strange. I don't like it. It's amazing what such a small change can do. All right, well, there's no Hinox anymore. Skyview Tower. The Skyview Towers are actually like named after the location where they are, rather than the region that they fill out now. Hello, my brother in research. I was waiting for you. You were? That's right. I was about to say, no, you can't be a Yiga. But yeah, he's got a name and there was the quest marker. I'm the one who discovered these big ruins way out here. But I wasn't able to make such progress investigating them. I'm only one Hylian, and this last is not a one Hylian job. That's why I wrote to the Zonai survey team asking for them to dispatch a researcher to assist me. And here you are, practically right after I sent my letter. Great response time. What? You're not a Zonai survey team researcher. You're just some guy. Yeah, I see. Oh, my brother researcher was waiting for you. You weren't. Yeah, okay. I see. So a few people come through here. I assumed you had to be the assistant I asked for. My mistake. After all the trouble I've gone to, can't they send one assistant to help with my monolith research? Monolith research? Wait, what was the other option? What was the other option? Good luck with that. Oops, did you hear that? Sorry, scrub that from your brain. It's not meant to be public knowledge. If you weren't from the Zonai survey team, I could tell you all. If you were from the Zonai survey team, I could tell you all about what I've discovered so far, but you're not, so let me help. I appreciate the offer, but that's not really allowed. Interesting that Link did a talking animation there when I said let me help. Usually he only does that if he has to explain like his backstory. Usually when you just pick like a regular dialogue option, it just jumps straight into their dialogue. At least that's what it looked like to me. Maybe I've been paying super shit attention. I appreciate the offer, but that's really not allowed. Then again, though he might not be a researcher, he does have the look of an adventurer about him. Maybe his expertise will get things back on track. You know what? You're hired. For this project alone, I'm appointing you as my research assistant. Come on, let's find out what secrets these ruins are hiding. Well then, we can dive right in. I'll start by showing you what my research has uncovered so far. Wait there. Oof. Take a look. I think you'll be pretty surprised by this discovery. Display the power of the Sage of Wind to the owl protected by many dragons. Aren't you surprised? Yeah, wow. Right? The Zonai were an ancient civilization with their own system of writing. Almost no one living today can read Zonai script. But you can read the inscription on that monolith, right? That's because it's written in Hyrulean. Though these ruins appear to be Zonai in origin, they feature text written in modern Hyrulean. How could that be? Who built these ruins, and for what purpose? This is just a possibility, but the monoliths that were found might be pointing to a spot somewhere in the ruins. You and me, we're going to get to the bottom of this. I need you to find that spot. There we may find yet another monolith that tells us why these ruins were built. Just a hunch, but it's also your boss's hunch, so... The owl protected by dragons. Wait, do they all say the same thing? Display the power of the Sage of Fire to blaze through the space between two dragons from head to tail. Two dragons. That description reminds me of something I saw when I first arrived in these ruins. Quarter between two dragons. Oh, there's a bunch of like subquests here. Display the power of the Sage of Water in the presence of the 6 dragons. There was a small ring of a dragon head statue somewhere, wasn't there? Ominous place. Where was that again? 6 dragons. I wonder if a 4th monolith would have appeared if I had done Gerudo first. Oh god, I don't know if I want to do this now or I want to wait until I complete Gerudo then. Because I've got a puzzle for Tulin, I've got a puzzle for Yenabe, and I've got a puzzle for Sidon. So there's got to be a puzzle for the Gerudo too. I don't know if I want to do them now or if I want to wait until I've gotten... I think we're going to put that one off until we've gotten Lightning. Until we've gotten our last champion. Because I assume that there's one for everything. Oh, you're here again? Oh, looks like we meet again, hey? Sorry, the Skyview Tower is out of order, and maintenance is proving tricky. What's wrong? Well, the terminal that starts at the Skyview Tower isn't working. I've checked all the terminal's parts, but nothing looks broken. I wonder if it's something to do with the tower. I wonder if something to do with the tower itself is broken. So we gotta find a way to fix this tower. Do you see anything? Oh, hello. That's interesting. Can I grab you from here? I can't. But I can ascend. I mean, this has got to be something. Oh. Oh. Okay. Um. Oh, that's gonna be too high. So we're gonna have to do these two. That was not what I was expecting that puzzle to be. But okay. All right. Lots of constructs around here. The ruins do look interesting. Oh yeah, the dead end. I completely forgot that there was an enclosed area. I think back there is the place with the fire rod. I don't remember that at all. 3 spitting down. Must have been there though. It's crazy. Okay, how am I gonna do this? Can I stand here? I can, okay. That makes it a lot easier. If I just... Oh! That was enough? I guess? It looks like it's still, like, kind of in the way. I'm gonna be honest. I want to get you a little bit further out. Okay, that's better. This guy's got bows. Oh, there's, like, one on, like, basically all of them. Oh, and they have the rocket bows, too. Of course they do. Okay. How in Hyrule? The terminal, it's working again. Though I didn't do anything. Huh? There was something blocking the top of the Skyview Tower. The terminal and the lid on top of the tower are connected. Since the lid wouldn't work because it was blocked, I guess the terminal wouldn't work either. Well, I'm in a hurry, and everything seems to be working properly, so I'll head out. Thank you for fixing the Skyview Tower. I'm off. All right, well let's map this. Okay, so another thing that I was thinking about between sessions that I wanted to talk about was something to do with the Gorons and the fact that when we were at Eldon just earlier, they talked a bit about Goron birth, and apparently the way that new Gorons are born is they just pop out of the ground. They just pop out of the earth, out of the ground, which is like, okay, they're kind of like the rock people, and so that makes sense, like lore wise. But that also raises like this weird question where Yonabo is like directly stated in the first game to be directly stated in the first game to be Daruk's descendant, and he's also said in this game to be a descendant of the previous Age of Fire. So how did the Gorons have like descendants if they don't have children? If they just appear from the ground magically? I wonder if it might be something like, okay, like in Ninjago, Kai's the Master of Fire because his dad is the Master of Fire, but then like the Master of Ice never had a kid, so he just gave his ice powers to Zane, and Zane's a robot. You know, is it something like that, or it's just like, okay, like Daruk's protection and the element of fire just get rebirthed in a new Goron every so often, and like they can sense that magic, and they're like, oh, you're their reincarnated descendant. Is that what's happening? I don't know. That's one of those world building things that's like immediately stopped to me of like, huh, that's a little weird. But okay. Oh, maybe that's how we get into the Great Forest, going in from the top. That could be it. Oh, there's a legit. If there's a sword, I thought it looked kind of like thin. Do you see anything that looks like a Yiga hideout? I'm not immediately seeing anything. It would be like around there-ish. If the map is any indication. Anything else? Nothing else really stands out right away. Oh, there's a shrine. The shrine's actually kind of close. We're gonna go for that shrine. Because they're probably done in the ruins for at least a second. The other thing that stood out to me is this weird sort of like thought process that I went through in my head of like, okay, Tulin being the new Sage of Wind instead of Teba is kind of weird. Again, I don't know if Riju, I'm pretty sure her name was. I don't know if Riju is going to be the Sage of Lightning. Maybe there'll be a new Gerudo as our Sage of Lightning. But it feels weird that the like sort of like new champions from Breath of the Wild have all been like the new sages so far, except for Tulin and Teba, where Teba is not the champion, they're Tulin. And I have a theory for like maybe like why they might have changed the model. We could get like out of universe they might have changed. That I'll get to in a second. But like in universe, I feel like the logic behind this is a little bit odd. So the deal with like the Rito village in this game is that Teba has settled down as the village elder. So you can no longer go out and fight and adventure to be a Sage of Wind, and it has to pass on to his son. And I'm pretty sure his son was in the original game. I don't remember like the Grey Beak, but I think Teba did have a kid in the original game. And so since Teba can't like adventure out, he's passed the torch on to his child. But Teba also voices like concerns that he doesn't really spinning gears. That he doesn't really like being. I'm going to finish my thought before I do this puzzle. That he doesn't really like being the village elder. He wishes he could go out and explore and adventure again. And of course, in universe, the sort of like situation is like, oh well, the old elder died, so they had to get a new elder, and so Teba just like bumped up to the new elder. But the question that I have is, why, if they had to get a new elder, did it go to Teba? Because Teba is not who I would consider the oldest member of the Rito village. And he's also, again, a very combative and adventurous one, not a very like diplomatic or leaderly one, if that like makes any sense. I think that the new leader of the Rito village should have been Cass. Because like at least in my opinion, Cass seems to feel like more like a 40-year-old, maybe a 30-year-old, but like a 40-year-old type of character compared to the like 20-year-old type-ish characters that we see throughout the rest of the Rito village. And so he always felt like the oldest Rito to me, at least to a degree. In addition, like even if he wasn't the oldest, he definitely makes the most sense from a diplomatic perspective. Because Cass was a very like professional and sort of like highbrow, polite sort of character. His mentor worked with the royal family, and so he's kind of used to like royal works and royal interact. Was that all there was to this? All right. He was kind of used to royal works and royal interactions, and so even though Cass did like to explore, he liked to chase his songs and whatnot, he would be more cool with settling down and staying in the village. If I remember right, he even made a point of like, oh, he was so happy to be back home with his kids, and he wanted to stay there longer. And so, especially with like what a fan favorite Cass was in the original, I find it's weird that they would replace Teba with Tulin and then just get rid of Cass entirely instead of making Cass the village elder. That said, I can't think of one reason why they might have like ultimately went with Tulin as the new character, and it might have been a size thing. Because the thing is that Yunabo and Sidon are both pretty freaking huge. And Riju, I'd imagine she's probably a lot taller now if she is the new sage. But the Gerudo are, though they're pretty tall, they're still pretty slim. And plus, she should still be decently young. It's just she's probably not going to be like as tall as Urbosa or anything like that. And so, like, they still definitely could have like worked that out somehow. Of where's the nearest shrine to a Yiga hideout? I think probably here. And so they definitely like could have, uh, uh, but like the Rito are about as big in this game as the Zora. And so I could see it being in a situation of like, okay, if you have two like big champion characters and one sort of smaller champion character, then instead of doing a third big one, they might replace them with another small one. And since they already had, again, I think, I'm not positive, since they already had Tulin as established like character and plot point that they could theoretically do more with, it would just make sense to use him. At least like that's going through my head. I think what might have happened, but I don't know for sure. Those black goblins have like the duplicated animations again. I'm sure that like there's been like developer interviews and the questionnaires of like why they chose to go with the child instead of the original champion. And I'm sure that I will look that up when I finish. But like right now, like from a gameplay perspective, I'm seeing it as a Tulin smaller than Teba. It makes your party less cluttered and crowded if you had all four of them out at once. But in universe, I think that Cass would have been a much smarter choice for Village Elder. Yeah, that's my ramble. Oh shit, they're gonna fight me again? I guess we have had a blood moon since then. Can I go in the door? No, I can't. Okay. Well, I wanted to look at the map. Well, shit. Because I just want to know where the Yiga camp here is. I don't know. Because on the map it looked like it was like here-ish, but I don't see anything that looks colonized, if that makes any sense. Do I have a warp of the Shrine of Resurrection? I don't. I don't know if they had a map of the Shrine of Resurrection or not. I don't think they did. Would it be cheap of me to look up the Yiga map? Would it be cheap to do that? Because I don't want to kill these guys, because we're gonna have like another fight with Yiga if we go do this. So I'd rather like do it once. I'm not seeing any like just uploads of that image. This thumbnail has it, but I don't know if the video. Okay, yeah, it's like on their map. It is like right where the Great Canyon ends, between that and the River of the Forest. So like, it should be somewhere around Mount Drenna. I guess we can just go on top of Mount Drenna. I guess that would be the point. Like that would be the best option because I don't see any buildings on or around it. So, and there wasn't really anything there. The only thing I can think of is maybe it's on Mekar Island, but I looked at it and it was still just the tree. So we can check Mekar Island because there was nothing on Mekar Island in the original, and so it might be kind of funny if well now there's a Yiga place there. This relatively unimportant. Oh, another blood moon. You're just talking about the Yiga must have respawned to the blood moon. Well, there's another blood moon. Actually, good thing then that we did the Robbie quest line when we did, or else we would have had to kill those guys a second time. I was not expecting them to respawn with the blood moon. I was expecting like clear up the Yiga hideout and like they'll just stay. Well, I guess in the original, the actual Yiga hideout didn't stay cleared when you kill all the Yiga. So I guess it does like make sense that this wouldn't stay cleared, but still, I thought it would have kind of like fun since like there's only two of them there. I thought it would make sense if like there's only two of them there, so we'll wait for the blood moon to trigger. If only two of them were there, then it wouldn't make much sense for them to send more back there. Especially because actually no, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if like static Yiga respawn or not. Like, we found that guy in the well with like the target practice. I don't know, like, do those ones stay dead when you kill them? Because I don't remember in the original there ever being Yiga back where I'd found a Yiga before, but maybe I wasn't just paying much attention. The blood moon rises once again. Oh, and it's... Huh. I never really paid attention to the blood moon after it blood mooned. The moon, like, shrinks back down. That's interesting. I don't know, it did that. Alright. So this is the mountain. Right in the middle of, like, oh, well... There's a Korok puzzle up here, at least. So we should probably do that. Let's do. Let's do. Give me a... Put you there. And let's just kind of face this. Well... Let's kind of face it. I don't think it really matters which direction it faces. Yeah, it just popped. That was quite fun, though. Haha, you found me. I found you. Bye-bye. That was one of the more fun ones. Hey, look, it's still going. Ooh, the Fandy spawn, I think. Oh, there's a shooting star. Do I want to go for the shooting star? I'm going for the shooting star. I'm going for the shooting star. I'm going for it. Maybe I should I put well, it's too late now. We'll just climb the mountain again. I want the shooting star. I want the star fragment. I want it. Because I don't know. Because there was a method to farm star fragments in the original, and I have no idea if it works in this one or not. Not that we're going to have to do it for a while, I don't think. Because the main thing you needed the star fragments for was the Tunic of the Wilds. Or the Champion's Tunic. Well, both, I think. I think it was both. But also, again, I can't remember if the Tunic of Time was an amiibo gear or not in the original, but we managed to get that one, and that one needs star fragments to upgrade. So, like, if we go after all of the amiibo outfits and try to, like, upgrade all of the amiibo outfits, then, like, we're going to need a lot of star fragments. Oh. Boop. Okay. Well, back up here. Time to climb the mountain again. I don't know if I don't know if you could get more than one star fragment in a night. I don't think you can. I think it's just one. But if I remember right, it was a deal like from like 10 o'clock until like 5 o'clock. You know, the game will have like a random chance to spawn it anywhere where you're looking at like open air. And so like the strat was to like kind of like find like a mountain that had like a decent amount of like visibility of like the world around it. Okay, do you want to climb the whole thing again, or should we just go to Makar? We'll go for Makar. Because it's not like a monster camp down below. But I didn't see anything that looked like a Yiga hideout. And it could easily be in like a cave or something too. Which it probably is. And in that case, like, I have no idea where I'd look. We'll see what Makar has. It is actually nighttime though, so if Makar works the same as it did in the original, this is going to be kind of dangerous. It was Makar, right? Was it Makar? Oh, it's the hand thing. Can it reach me up here? Can you reach me? It can't. Do I engage? Do I engage, or is that going to be a waste of arrows? There's a chest here. That's different. Because there was like nothing here. Well, there was the fire blaze, yeah. There was nothing here in the original. Forest Dweller's Spear. Korok's spear with a decayed tip. It's still full of vitality. Bursting materials attached to the spearhead can be reused again and again. Oh! So I'm assuming that's like choo-choo jelly and whatnot? Where it's like normally it would destroy when you attack it? The bone piles... I don't know if the bone piles are the same or not. They look a little bit differently. If I remember right, this was supposed to be like a reference to like a Korok that presumably died from one of the old games. Or it was like the major guy. I think it was like the main Korok in like Wind Waker, where it's like, oh yeah, he's definitely like dead now because it's been like 10,000 years, and it's like people assume that this is like where he was buried or something because it was named after him. Was that it? Was that the point of Mecha Island? Oh, and also people thought that it might have been a nod to the original Zelda, where there was like a big tree in the original Zelda with a couple of small trees around it, and then you'd enter and there's like a cave, like beneath it. And the cave was a dungeon, which actually, now that I'm saying that, I don't see a way to... Maybe there is a way under this cave, and there's like an island. Well, I don't see anything along like the edge of the island. And look, I guess. This is apparently a main Yiga hideout here, but I'm not seeing it. I'm assuming it's not talking about one of the underground hideouts because they have so many of those, and they have so many Yiga in those, that it would be weird. Oh, isn't there also like wind that blows you like away from this island coming in? Wasn't that a thing too? Am I crazy? I didn't experience that this time, but that also might have just been thanks to Tooland. Was Mekar considered a Sage of Wind? He was involved with the Temple of Wind. I remember that. But he wasn't a Rito. That was one of those things that people thought was like weird about Wind Waker 2, was that the Rito got the Temple of Earth, and then the tree person got the Temple of Air. And no one was like quite sure why that was the case. I'm just trying. Not that I think that there's any around here, but I should have that on when I'm exploring. There's got to be a cave or something on this mountain then that leads to a Yiga hideout. That's got to be it. I saw like some wood that looked like a monster camp on like the other end, but the problem is that there's just no... The other spots have like clear like buildings where it's like, oh yeah, I remember in the original that was like that building was like a big deal. So it makes sense that they set up a camp there. But like there was nothing in this mountain range in the original. It was a very, very much a dead zone. Oh shit! I thought you were gonna be regulars. You're electrics. Oh, that's not good. Oh, I don't even have a picture of the electrics for my compendium. Oops. That's oops on my part. Light. A zoning device that can bring some light to dark places. It shines in one direction, and its light doesn't reach too far, but it can come in handy on dark roads or in caves. Well, let's see if we can have better advantage up here. There's a Korok over there by the looks of things. I think it's a Korok. Yeah, there's... I thought this was going to be very easy to find. Because the thing is, I want to get to... I kind of want to get the full Yiga set before we go to Gerudo. Because the original Yiga hideout was in Gerudo. And they're probably involved in the quest line. So I thought it'd be fitting. That's the fucking goat. Alright. Ready to have some fun, little guy? He just said no. Too bad. Because you and I were gonna go on a little bit of an adventure here. A little bit of a fun time. Oh shit. Actually, let's do it. Let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. Okay, come on. One spot where it won't roll. Really? Oh, come on. Why is it not rolling now? Let's try it here. Yeah, there we go. Let's go, bitches. Let's go. Yeah, see that? There's that wood over there. Which looks like a monster camp to me, but maybe it's Yiga. I don't know. Woohoo! Shield Servant's got nothing on this. Absolutely nothing. Trash, I tell you. Trash method of moving. Oh. No, buddy. Buddy, you're going too far. Buddy. Wait, hold on. No, wait, I'm going to have to carry you all the way back. I meant to jump off and then grab it, but I wasn't fast enough on the grabbing it part. I mean, it was fun going down the hill, at least. I have to go back up the hill. Oh, and actually, while we're here, it would appear that there's... Or maybe not. I thought maybe there'd be another Korok puzzle here, but maybe it's just a bunch of rocks splattered in the road. Sometimes it's hard to tell. Damn it! Wow, you have a neck of steel. You're here. Thanks for being my friend. Here's something for you. Oh, yeah, we have a new weapon slot now. We should probably do that. Oops, we should probably do that. Oh, there's a well. We went down that well, right? Yeah, because that was the one that led to the depths, and we found the Dorito statue. Yeah, we've been down there. Okay, now where's this? That monster camp. That looks suspicious up there on the hill. Right? That's like the closest thing to a Yiga camp I've spotted so far. Oh, you know, I just had a thought, though. That room that I couldn't get to in the Forgotten Temple, we could have ascended to that room. And then maybe that leads to like an underground cavern that leads to the Yiga? I can see that being the case. Because it's just weird that we haven't found them yet. You know? This is not a very, like... populated area. I see a bokoblin. There's the Arcuda. But I'm not seeing, like... Yeah. It's supposed to be somewhere here. And I'm just not seeing anything. So we're gonna try this. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy here. But we're gonna try a little something and see if it leads where we need to go. Because someone had to have knocked down the goddess statue also. And that could have been the Yiga. Because when I saw the Yiga circle so close to the Forbidden Temple, I thought for a second, wait, did the Yiga topple the goddess statue? But you would have expected to see signs of them inside of the goddess temple if it was them. I remember the holes in the ceiling. I don't remember the holes in the ceiling with the rocks clogging them. That is suspicious. But okay, so if we go in here, and inside of like the main center room, see, there's light pouring in from up there. But we went to where there was. We went to that spot. Oh, we can't ascend here. Oh, it's a bit of a long one, though. I don't know if this is it. Yeah, see, this just brought us up to the surface. So, yeah, that's not it. There's a grate there, and you can see a light above that grate, and that's suspicious to me. What is up there? Is it just a light? I think it might just be a light, actually. I want to get up there, but I don't know if there's a way up there. Shit. Should I cave and look it up? Should I cave and look it up? I'll see if maybe he has, like... We'll save maybe this video. Okay, he does have a chest marked off on the map, which I'm assuming is where this thing is. And supposedly... it is... here. That's what it looks like to me. That's where the chest symbol is on this map, so we're going to try there. Because this is one of the things that I want to get out of the way before my next day off, so that we can focus on Gerudo, because I want to get the full Yiga set before we do Gerudo. Some knocked rock somewhere. Oh yeah, this is definitely further south than I was searching. Yeah, this is way further south than I was... Well, actually no, because there is Mekar Island. Did we just pass right over this while doing the Korok? We might have. Oops. Oh, I see Yiga paraphernalia down there. Oh yeah, see, look, there's all the statues that have been... Whoa, I don't know how I did that. Sort of drop in the land and catch in the land. Okay, so that guy's definitely a Yiga. Okay, yeah, see, there's a bunch of statue heads. Do you see any signs of like warning of like, oh, don't approach? There's a rock down there that's suspicious. Damn it, I was hoping that'd be a Korok. So there's that guy that's definitely a Yiga. And then there's a cave. Spooky cave. Spooky, scary cave. A spooky cave of scariness. A scary cave. It's one of those spooky caves that's what scares you with its spookiness. A spooky cave. I was about to say, how did I lose 2 hearts? But I think it was that Octorok, wasn't it? Oh wow! Did you see that the grass like undulated there as it was loading in? I think. Yeah, I don't know if I would have been able to find this on my own. I probably would have eventually spotted Yiga Clan Marita Ranch. I might have like originally spotted the symbols. Okay, this feels more intense than the last few we went to. Hardy truffle though, that's nice. Oh, see, there's 2 of them. This could also potentially be part of the quest. The fact that it's so open like this. Stay on your guard. Who's there? You're Link. Come to free our tailor, have you? Oh yeah, this is the last guy. Okay. You have to get up through us first. The fact that this is the closest to the Forgotten Temple makes me think that maybe this is the first one. But also the mention of the tailor makes me think it's their last one. He's just standing there and taking it. Oh. That's kind of the way you deal... Because I've seen some people try it. That's kind of the way you were supposed to deal with them in the original, that the ones that were scripted to like insta-kill you in the cave. You could like glide and use your like glide ability to go over them and just pick them off. This is definitely like a bigger like fortress though, so there's definitely more to this than just those 2. Well, that's a shame. Well, Talos is not that bad to kill. I still don't really want to lose it, but okay. Read the Yiga Clan journal. Read. This cave is a natural fortress made up of 5 chambers. All members are to memorize the route to the hidden room containing our uniforms and the map of all our branches. Okay, so the fact that this is a map of that is giving us the tutorial makes you think that maybe this is the first one we were supposed to go to. And who knows? Maybe you're supposed to do this after the judo quest line, and we just got like super lucky. Remember, follow the eyes of the frogs. The punishment for letting the secret out will be most severe. Apparently, the bananas is like a reference to like a festival in a specific part of Japan. Or are these all crates of bananas? These are all crates of bananas. And I think is that. I can't tell if that's their mark on the tarp or not. Right, well, 5 chambers, follow the frogs, okay. All those bananas. Read that. It just occurred to me that I have not been using the attack up buff like at all this game. I guess like I haven't really gotten to like Faring to farm bananas yet, so it makes sense that I haven't been brewing many of those mighty simmered fruits. But also just like not having the DLC Phantom armor. Just made me like do that less. Which I guess means I'm getting better at the game, question mark, not using buffs all the time. Maybe? Am I improving? Am I improving at not Breath of the Wild? Let's be honest, it's Breath of the Wild. It's still Breath of the Wild. It's always gonna be Breath of the Wild in our hearts. This count as a cave. It does count as a cave. I was about to ask, does that mean there's a bubble frog? But like, there's the bubble frog. Oh wait, caught it midair. I doubt it, but I'm wondering because of course the bubble frogs weren't designed until this game. I wonder if perhaps these sacred frog statues that the Yiga are covering, do they relate to the bubble frogs at all? Okay, so this was the secret path then. So I definitely missed something. Oh, I think I see what I missed. Yeah? So follow the eyes of the frogs. I was like, oh, those frogs are just looking back in the center of the room. But like, yeah. Yeah, because the way up is in the center of the room. Oh. Wait. Center room, 3 side rooms. Where's the 5th chamber? Teehee, will he come? I mean, the teehee makes me wonder if maybe you're not the guy I'm supposed to rescue. Oh no. Finally! I've been waiting! If a pretty lady is in distress, the hero will arrive to save her. Everyone says so. Do you know one? That was mean, I'm sorry. So this is entirely expected. But that's strange. The hero is supposed to carry a legendary sword. And the weapon on your back, it doesn't look legendary at all, not even when I squint. I guess the hero is just a fairy tale. I don't think you're the same. I don't think you're the same, because there was the person outside the stable that wanted to see the Master Sword in the original. I don't think this was her. Me, I've been making outfits for the Yiga clan since they kidnapped me. I mean, I like fashion, but I couldn't even sew. Did it listen? Of course not. No, of course not. It wasn't so bad once I got used to it, though. Honestly, I've been getting a little attached to the outfits I make. Attached enough that I don't want to hand them over to the Yiga clan anyway. This isn't my size, but it might fit you. Here, take it so I can keep it out of their grimy mitts. Yiga tights. Tights supplied to members of the Yiga clan. The soft material on the sole silences footsteps, but protection is lacking due to the light material. Teehee, careful. Folks will think you're part of the Yiga clan if you wear the complete set. But these tights are so nice, a little coordination of any kind could really snazz up your look. Thanks for coming to save me, really. You might not be a hero, but you're my prince. And again, they're saying, like, oh, wear the full set of disguise, which, you can kind of do this on your own. But, like, I think this is the one you were supposed to go to first. Oops. Then again, Robbie's quest specifically sends you to the Akala lab, and you're supposed to do that before any of the, or at least seemingly supposed to do that before most of the Sage quest line. So no, maybe this is, you can't go anywhere. I don't know. You may not be the hero, but you're my prince. Okay. Here's the map of the locations, the same one they've got. What does it say? Read the Yiga clan journal. We've received deployment info from the hideout. All interested parties should contact the head of their desired division. Mercantile division. Manage the sale of weapons and provisions to Yiga clan members. Requirements: basic counting ability, conversational aptitude. Research division researches and develops new applications for Zonai parts. Requirements: crafting skill and ear for naming. Training divisions oversees the improvement of all members of the Yiga clan. Requirements: resilience, mastery of the earthquake technique, training available through the training division. Distribution division supplies materials to the depths hideouts. Requirements: can read and write, confident in own strength. Okay. I'm wondering if I wear the full Yiga set and show up to the training division, if I can learn the earthquake technique. That would be kind of funny. I hope you don't have to wear the set to use the earthquake technique, but I could also see them totally see them doing that. And actually, I wonder. Wait, no. Oh wait, no, never mind. Never mind. I miscounted before because you have the central chamber, you have the 3 side chambers, you have the top chamber. That is 5. Okay, never mind. I wonder if you were to wear. Well, let's sort the outfit by set. Get everything back in order. You obviously can't do this because you get it by completing these missions. But if you were to hack the game and give yourself the full Yiga set, and then you approach the people that have sewn the Yiga set, would they freak out because they think you're a member of the Yiga? I don't know. That's a question. Maybe not a good question, but it's a question. All right, and I think that hunt for the Yiga hideout definitely took a lot longer than I thought I did, but we also got sidetracked to hell and back. I think we're going to call it there for today. We managed to activate the Great Forest Skyview Tower and the Typhlo Ruins. We got a couple of shrines done in the area, and we found the Yiga clan hideout up here with a little bit of cheating. And I had to look up where to start. Yeah, I think we're going to call it there for today. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.